to help your life. Hurt your feelings to help your life. Hurt your feelings to help your life. Hurt your feelings to help your life.
Welcome, 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 man. This is Al Terry Henry, man, and I am blessed and honored to be here. It's so much that we're going to be talking about on today, okay? Make it real quick for you. There's so much we're going to be talking about. The question I have for you is, how much does your comfort cost you? How much does your comfort cost you, okay? Because a lot of us are comfortable. We're comfortable in our jobs, even though we know we have the ability to run a company. We are comfortable at our homes, at our apartments, even though we know we have the ability to buy a home. You know, the funny thing about that, now I'll go real quick, there's a lot of people that is renting places, right? When you could actually be owning a home for less money. People are paying $2,000 and $3,000 to rent luxury apartments and condos and all that, when they can physically go buy that same condo and pay $1,500 a month in mortgage instead of renting it from a landlord. So today we're going to go over multiple different costs to a comfortable mindset before success, okay? So let's get started. What does your time cost you? What is the cost of your time? You know, ask yourself that. How much? There's an old saying that says time is money, okay? Time is money. Well, if time is money, then what does your time cost you? If you were to take a breakdown of every part of your hour and break down that hour, and you know, you may be making $15, $20, $30 on a job, but forget the job. In your mind, based on what you can do and your abilities, what does your time equate to? What do your time cost you? It's comfort. It's being comfortable in the position you're in the lifestyle you're in the struggle you're in. Is it costing you the time that you'll never get back? Every delayed decision is a stolen future opportunity. I'm gonna get a job, or I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna wait till New Year's, and I'm gonna have a New Year's resolution, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Every delayed decision is stealing away an opportunity for your time. I'll do it later. It's one of the most expensive lies that you ever tell yourself. I'll do it later. I'll get to it later. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it tomorrow. One of the most expensive lies that is told throughout history. What does your opportunity cost? What is the cost of your opportunity? Comfort makes you ignore doors that require effort. You're comfortable. You see the door here. All you got to do is push it open. You ain't even got to knock. Just push it open. It's already unlocked for you. But because of your comfortability, you will lose out on what God has given you because you're comfortable in the lifestyle you're in. Some opportunities only match prepared people. I tell people this story. When I was owning a moving company, I had to stay prepared because I never know when I'm going to get a call that I may need 15 or 20 people to do certain things. So I did agreements with other companies. Just in case I didn't have enough people, I had agreements. How many of y'all are setting yourself up now with other companies? I know you're competing against them, but what if the opportunity is too big for you? That you need to work together or partner. Have you set yourself up in a position to be able to partner? Or so that way you don't lose opportunities, you reject them through your action. Your actions will cause you to lose the opportunities that is right there in front of you. What is the identity cost? What does your identity cost? People say, well, you know, I'm this, I'm that. I hear, I'm going to get the bag. I'm a hustler. I'm this. Well, all of that's good and dandy with you saying you're a hustler, you this, you that. But what does it really cost you? Does your comfort keep you in an outdated version of yourself? Does your comfort keep you in an outdated version of your own self? You outgrow who you are before you outgrow how you live. Man, I'm ready. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. But yet you're living in a comfortable state, in a comfortable mind. Staying comfortable can freeze personal growth. You're staying comfortable in what you're in. You're staying comfortable in what you're doing. You're staying comfortable on the job. And you're always lying to yourself and lying to others about what you're going to do if the opportunity ever presented itself. Every 5 years, statistics say you need to increase by 50%. Every 5 years, you need to increase by 50%. You need to draw your line down the middle of a piece of paper. Everything you did 5 years ago, you need to write down. How much was in your bank account, what kind of car you had, who was your girlfriend or your wife, your kids, y'all went to Astroworld or SeaWorld or Waterworld or Disney World, whatever. Write down everything you did the last 5 years, and then write down everything you're doing today. And if your life haven't increased by 50%, there's a 50% chance that you're going to decrease in the next 5 years also, which means that's a whole decade of your life that's been wasted or decreased. What does your legacy cost you? Comfort affects generational outcomes and legacy. You are destroying your legacy because you're comfortable. I talked to a guy today. Man, I got me a wheel. I said, man, wheels are outdated. You need you a trust. And it needs to be stamped into the real life scenario of your life and put your insurance with it, the whole 9 yards. So your comfort is messing you up. What you avoid today becomes what your family inherits tomorrow. You avoid taking care of your life, you avoid taking care of your life insurance, you avoid taking care of your wills and everything else, and now your family inherits your debt. Now they got GoFundMes and bake sales and everything else because you avoided what was supposed to happen. If you don't change the patterns will repeat itself because they're going to be broken and they're going to continue through generational curses. You have to break the cycle for the sake of the descendants to come, for the sake of your children. I broke many cycles that my dad had and that my dad had upon my life and my grandfather had in my life. I had to break those cycles because otherwise that generational curse would have been passed down to my children. Let's go to commercial. I'll talk to you again. Okay, let's get familiar with each other, okay? Let's talk about some real important things now that we're back, okay? Are you familiar with interest? Are you familiar with interest rates and how your interest rates and the things that you do will compound over time? Are you familiar with compound interest and things that increase and decrease? Okay, like for instance, some of you all have money that's in a savings account and then you have money in a bank account. Okay, a checking account. If the money in your savings account has been sitting there, you are making absolutely no money with that money that's in that savings account. You need to take the money out the savings account and put it in a brokerage account. Go get your Fidelity, Charles Schwab's, different account in a brokerage account because the brokerage account, as you save money, is going to increase. whether they lock you in at a increased rate of 6% or 5% or 4%, which is the going rate right now, 4.5%, then that's where you need to be. But to be in locked in with a savings account, you make absolutely no money. I keep telling you. Remember, that being said, it can be awesome when it comes back to you, your money and business growing, as it also can be a bad thing, like when you're in debt and someone owes you. Okay, your money sitting there is like somebody's owing you. You're not making anything, you're not gaining anything, because it's just sitting in a bank account, in a savings account, making like 0.3%, when you can have it in a brokerage account and make 4.5% or 4.6% over it. But what most people don't know about is how it affects the life outside of your financials. Because now you're not even teaching your kids and your loved ones and those that you care about how to manage money and how to manage the savings and how to do things in life as far as interest is concerned and compounding. You got to learn that it's bigger than you. The Bible says a good man stores up treasures for his kids, your grandkids. So the treasure is the knowledge that I'm teaching them. Because your life compounds in the same direction of your habits. If you don't teach your children, then your children cannot teach their grandchildren. And the habit or the cycle continues, and it has to be broken some way or somehow. If you have good habits, that discipline will compound in your life and it will increase. But if you have bad habits, they will compound negatively, and they will begin to bring you down and bring your family down, your kids down, your grandkids down. Now, everybody that's tied to your legacy has been brought down because of your mistake. Yeah, you dead, you gone, well, so be it, I'm dead. But you are still going to be known as a no good character because you didn't do what God said you were supposed to do for your kids' kids. And the last thing I want to do as a parent that says I love my family is I want to leave people with debt, hurt, disabilities. I'm going to handicap them because I choose to. When I have every ability now, while God has put breath in my lungs to enable them to do something great. When you understand interest and how to compound interest, you stop thinking in moments and you start thinking in patterns. Everything that you do now is a pattern. It's a calculated step. It's chess, not checkers. Because your habits are compounding every single day, just like the interest. Some of you are building futures, and some of you are quietly draining in your lifestyle. You're draining in the situation you're in. I'm going to change, but you still hang with the same old people. I'm going to change, but you still go to the same old places. I'm going to change, but you still got the same best friends that have been pulling you down forever. And comfort is going to play a big role in that. The hardest thing to do, my pastor used to say growing up, is change. Because when you're comfortable in the way you have been, then change is never easy. Comfort doesn't feel expensive in the moment, but trust me, it's the most expensive thing in your life. Over time, it can cost you discipline, opportunity, growth, and your direction. You will change your direction because your comfortability is too comfort. It will blind you from seeing the truth. So the real question isn't just what are your habits doing for you? That's the question. What are your habits doing for you? What is it your habits doing for you? What is it doing for you? What isn't it doing for you? Remember, a habit. A habit has never been a good thing. Is your comfort costing you while those habits stay the same? Well, I got to smoke my pack of cigarettes, I got to have me a glass of wine to wind down. I tell people this all the time. If you got to wind down with some wine, then you ain't winding down. If you got to wind down with some alcohol, then your life is in destruction. Your life is miserable. because you can't even just go to sleep regularly. You got to take some pills or something going on with your life to where you have to take some type of drug or alcohol or some type of music because your mind is so congested and you're so comfortable and you're so miserable in the life you're in that you can't even just rest. I heard T.D. Jakes say that people get sleep but never get rest. Comfortable in a bad decision. Comfortable in a bad marriage. Comfortable in a bad church. Comfortable with no truth. Comfortable with the wrong direction. You know you're supposed to have change. You know that you don't need those friends because they ain't been friends to you. You know that those habits that you've been needing to break should have been broke a long time ago. But you're so comfortable, you don't know what to do. And you don't want to change. And because of that, your life will never take a turn. It'll always go down. So I pray today that with this message, somebody hear that change is inevitable. Comfort costs you your life. Being comfortable is expensive. Being comfortable is the wrong thing to do. You need to think in moments and in patterns. Like we stop thinking for the moment. Stop living. I'm living for the moment, man. I don't know if tomorrow ain't promised to me. Well, guess what? I'm thinking about tomorrow. I don't care if it's promised to me. I'm thinking about tomorrow because I want to design my life for my family and my children. So every thought I think is about tomorrow. When I was in the streets, I thought about today. Or I'm living my life. YOLO, you only live once. But now, because I'm wise, and the Bible says that when a man becomes older, he put away childish things. I thought as a child, I acted as a child, and when I become an adult, I begin to become a man, and I put away all of those foolish, negative thinking ways and negative thinking people. Got rid of the friends, the lifestyle, everything. Even moved away from the ghetto because I wanted my life to change. I'm going to say this and I'll let you go. I heard T.D. Jakes say this. He said that you can move 5 minutes up the road, 5 minutes up the road, and change your whole entire existence. I want y'all to join me on Patreon, man. I have a Patreon, the Godcast channel. I'm on there every Monday and every Friday at 8 p.m. Now, throughout the week, I'm doing all kinds of things too. But every Monday, every Friday, 8 p.m., dropping jewels, letting you know how you can get this money, what you need to do with your trust funds, how to fix your credit, the whole 9 yards. Trash contracts, roadside assistance. I mean, it goes on and on. Patreon, 8 p.m., Mondays and Fridays, man. I thank you all, and man, y'all have a blessed day.